Welcome to the Short Pixie, another cute haircut in the Pixie range, and as you can see, tremendous versatility with a Pixie. This particular look, I actually did it backstage in Miami for a show, so I hope you enjoy this. Map out the lengths, understand the why before you go into this. Take small sections, have fun working with your scissors, have fun working with the razor, and remember, make sure you always design this to who is sitting in your chair. Let's look at the technical part of this hairstyle. You can determine the length that you would wish to have that is going to be perfect for your client's head shape and face shape. And we can look at how this falls very softly from our standing in the air, falling through into our softer line, working in the back and slowly pivoting to behind the ear. Here you can see how the hair cascades and falls down as we work around. And here we have our aerial view of the roundness that we have created as we had a traveling guideline. Working through into the front. And here you can see the hair as it falls down into that soft effect. Working into our side areas. Connecting our top to our side. There is our top to our side connected. So in the back we have the pie shape pivoting around from the crown into the nape, from the crown into the nape to create that softness. When we have reached the back of the ear, we've created that round curve. Cross check to make sure your balance is correct, then we move into our front. We work into our front, working on our softness. And as you remember, we dance between the scissors and the razor. This nicely cascading and looking how that falls down with that nice soft effect. And let's take one more look at our layers as they are standing in the air and how this beautifully collapses. This is what we have to understand. And we can only understand this if we step far enough away or we work into our mirror to see the shape. Because when you are above this hairstyle, you can't see the angle. And when you are close to this, really close, you can't see the shape. And only by stepping back, and I'm going to zoom back so you can see, then we see the shape. So remember, it is important to see the detail, but we must always see the big picture. Now let's jump into our haircut. So you can see working with my scissors in a nice chunky manner, starting at my crown and chopping into the hair with a lot of texture there. Blonde hair very often is not a friend of the razor, and in this case here from her texture, it just was definitely the scissors that was going to be the hero tool for this. So always do a reality check. Very often, if I'm not sure which tool I should use, I do a test strand in the nape of the neck. I test with the scissors and look at how the hair is falling. Then I do a test with the razor, and then I let the hair tell me which one it's most happy to have, and that I find really works very, very well. Are you passionate about hair and ready to take your styling career to the next level? If so, don't skip this video. Instead, click the link to find out how you can join thousands of hairdressers who've improved their skills, gained confidence, and increased their earnings by as much as 60 to 70% in just a few short months. Amazing, right? What are you waiting for? Click the link and I will see you on the inside. So as you can see, I'm working around from the crown down into my nape area. The longest length at the crown, and then pointing my fingers in snug into the nape of the neck so that I do create some softness, but I'm definitely tapering it in. So this is a layer that goes into a graduation. Graduation, the definition of that is a slow process of building weight. It gradually builds to volume. So I'm doing that based on face shape because I want to make sure that I'm balancing not only to the face shape, but also to the profile. And my beautiful model was happy to go short and be very edgy. And I think this is going to be a really adorable look on her. Again, it's not about how much I cut off, it's what I leave behind, because the volume within a line can make a hairstyle beautiful or not so pretty. And when we're doing a shorter hairstyle, we have to be very aware of head shape, the shape of the skull, growth patterns, any kind of cowlicks, because they are going to change how this line sits on the hair. And so what we're holding in our fingers is the way to connect, but how it lives on the head is more important. So you can see here that the texture is within the longer hair, and the shorter hair I'm just coming in nice and snug there, and again tapering into the nape of the neck. So my question to you, do you spend 50% of your time stopping, looking and checking out how the shape looks on the head? Or would you say that you spend more time looking at the line between your fingers and looking at the detail versus the big picture? You can see I changed tools here because I want to create some softness as opposed to making it hard and strong. And my model did want to be feminine. So that's why just the razor in those few areas can make a huge difference. So by now you really have mastered your razor, and you'll know it's a tool that you'll pick up when it's the right tool to use. How wonderful to have the skill to know the why behind the tool that you use, to design with intention, and to have such clarity about the end result because you've studied face shape. You understand balance and proportion because, as I've mentioned many a time, no point in teaching you how to be an amazing technical hairdresser if I don't help you develop exquisite good taste. And what is good taste? It is that sense of knowing when it's right and when it's wrong for the person who's wearing it. Great style completes who a person is. It doesn't compete with who they are. So it's about making sure all of these little elements work cohesively, that the short hair is beautiful in the nape of the neck, that the short hair shows off beautiful shoulders, a beautiful jawline. The haircut emphasizes the cheekbones in the most delightful way. It is not too quiet or not too loud. It fits where that personality lives. Because remember, the first wheel is about designing to the personality. I can make this hairstyle very edgy and very trendy. I can make it very classic. And by all the examples I have shown you of the Pixie, there are so many to select. So when I'm thinking about out of all the options of a Pixie or loudness, I'm very mindful of how fashionable it should be and how feminine or boyish it will be. I always will design to face shape, and those are things that I will not compromise because that's where the beauty lies. So if someone wants something that's radical, then absolutely, because their personality and their lifestyle is radical. So I'm giving you some important bullet points here about stepping back, cross-checking, measuring. All of that's important. But what's the most important is you stopping to look at your shape and remembering that your mirror is another tool. The more you use it, the more you embrace that mirror and look, and your client sees you looking, is huge, because when they watch you looking at themselves and you are thinking and you are questioning and you are really studying the style, it just gives you more authority, and that's power behind your chair. So you can see I've been dancing between the razor and the scissors, And I love here that I can just do some little attention to detail. Again, a very soft nape and being very mindful and the light touch. So I've nagged a lot about the light touch. Well, clearly, if you do not have a light touch when you do this, it will not be a good outcome. It could get quite unattractive. So lightness of touch. So here again, coming in with my scissors and chunking into it for some great texture, really breaking into that surface. And you must be wondering, how am I talking without moving my lips? You didn't know I was a ventriloquist, did you? Well, anyway, I am so focused there. Look at the focus I have. And I just want to give you the best haircut I can give you. And now as I do my voiceover, I want to give you the most valuable information I can give to you, because you deserve it. So here at the crown, I am breaking into the surface. You can see just dancing through with that blade. And now the lightness of the touch and the detail around the face. And this is where you customize and you determine the strength of the look, the softness of the look. And I'm actually doing almost like shark's teeth in a way. You can see I'm really going in quite jagged and dramatic because I felt that the hair was somewhat transparent around the front, and I felt like it needed a little bit more strength. And my beautiful model Dagny has such gorgeous bone structure that she can really take that look. And you know, it's all about the perfect look. When it all works, everything is cohesive. When one thing is out of place, then it's like, oh dear, what went wrong? Now this is draping over, and you can see this long piece is a disconnection. It does not connect into my underneath part. Not right now, it doesn't. So here I'm just making sure that I have a little bit more length through there. And so in a very crude way, it sort of connects, but it's not a perfect connection. I don't have any, you got it, no dingle dangles. It's just a little heavier there. Going in with the thinning scissors, just to soften the ends, because it was cut with the scissors, there's strength there, but I just want to age it a little bit so it has softness. And you can see we've got such a cute little haircut. Isn't she adorable? And I just love that the versatility of this look. I hope you enjoyed the Pixie haircut. As you can see now, there are tremendous varieties just in Pixie hairstyles. The Pixie is a modern classic, and what's very important as you've journeyed through this program, we have taken you from horizontal cuts, our bobs, diagonal cuts, our graduation, vertical cuts, which are our layers. At this point, I'm hoping that your confidence is soaring, you understand angles, shape and balance, and you understand how to select the technique to get the absolute beautiful end result. And with this Pixie, if you follow the system and the technique, you will be able to recreate this look over and over again. And that applies to every haircut that you've learned. Everything we've done has been very, very simple. We haven't done 20 tricks to get one result, and that's what's important, the purity of the design. So practice until you cannot improve, and we will look forward to seeing your work in our members gallery.